okay here?
Yep.
Okay.
We're recording. Alright. Hello everyone, my name is Tom Searle. And I'm here to talk about Gibson guitars. Ted Nugent once said, Gibson has been making the finest guitars the world has ever seen for over 70 years. They are as American as God, guns, and rock and roll. Today I will inform you about Gibson guitars. I myself have been playing guitar since age 7. I have over 20 plus years of experience playing guitar and 15 years plus playing in bands throughout the years. And I know for a fact, for me, Gibson has shaped me as a guitarist and helped me along the way, and that is one thing I am sure of. Today I will cover the history of Gibson guitars, the types of guitars Gibson makes, and the subsidiaries Gibson owns and makes. So first, let's talk about the history of Gibson guitars. Gibson has over 120 years of innovation in the guitar industry, starting with Orville Gibson making the earliest Gibson instrument at his workshop in Kalamazoo, Michigan in 1894. Then Ted McHugh, a Gibson employee, invented the adjustable truss rod and height adjustable bridge for Gibson in 1921. To this day, two of the greatest inventions for solid body guitars with a locking bridge, which is this right here. Specifically, if you can see that. In 1952, Gibson enlisted Les Paul, and Les Paul and Ted McCarty designed their first solid body model, the Gibson Les Paul model. One of the greatest guitars arguably ever made to this day. In 1984, Gibson moved from Kalamazoo, Michigan to Nashville, Tennessee, where they are located today. So now we will move on to the types of Gibson guitars. Gibson makes a variety of guitars such as the Les Paul design, the SG design, the Firebird design, the Explorer design, and the Flying V design. The Les Paul has been made famous from guitar player Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin and Slash of Guns N' Roses are two that come to mind for me that were iconic for me growing up and had great influence. And Angus Young of AC/DC always played an SG. And Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath also played an SG. The Firebird, Explorer, and Flying V were played by guitar players from Metallica, Megadeth, and Iron Maiden, and Ozzy Osbourne, such as Randy Rhoads, James Hetfield, Marty Friedman, and Dave Mustaine, and Kirk Hammett, as well as many other guitar players such as country artists, guitar players for Hank Jr. and Waylon Jennings also played SGs and Les Paul models. So many different types of genres Gibson has influenced over the years. The Gibson Les Paul specifically, this type of model is a Gibson Les Paul Studio Limited. This is an Epiphone version of it. But they have a 60s neck and a 50s neck. The 60s neck is a slim tapered neck. It's nice if you have smaller hands. The 50s neck is going to be a fatter neck. Both have a solid mahogany body, which is a really nice wood design, and a rosewood fingerboard, which that's this part area going up the neck. So now we will move on to the subsidiaries Gibson owns and makes. Gibson purchased Epiphone in 1957, a competing company at the time. Now, Gibson offers its iconic models at an affordable price made overseas with very little difference in quality through Epiphone guitars. They also bought Kramer guitars out of bankruptcy. So, Before I close, I'm going to play a short audio demonstration of the variety of music you can play with just a Gibson guitar, specifically an Epiphone Les Paul Studio model, which I have in front of me right here. That's a blues riff I wrote, and then you can also shred on these things. Okay, so that's it for my audio demonstration. I just wanted to show you that these guitars can play different styles of music. And those were both just me fooling around. That's nobody else's stuff. And I would like to close now. We have looked at the history of Gibson guitars, the types of Gibson guitars, and the subsidiaries Gibson owns and makes. I hope I have successfully informed you about Gibson guitars. And next time you're in the market for a guitar, if you are ever in the market for a guitar, I hope you will stop and check out one of the great models of guitars made by Gibson that continue to shape all genres of music to this day.